Okay, girlfriends, I gotta get you moved again. You girls ready to be moved? Yes? I'll get your feed ready. Fritz, what are you doing this morning, honey? What are you doing, honey? What's this all about? Did you tell everybody Merry Christmas? Everybody loves Fritzy. Yes, they do. Where's Ginger? She was just down at the house. So you can hear all my loudmouths in there demanding their morning bottle. I wanted you all to see this. I filmed this the other day, but I don't know if I put it in a clip or not. So if you saw Miss Blanche, you know this is my beloved turkey roll right here. She was down there as of, well, about a week ago. Oh, look up here. Look up here. Look at this mess. What are y'all doing? Nosy Rosies. Anyway, people. I basically had to move Miss Blanche back from this location back to here. And the eggs that she was on, I put in this tray because I didn't want the eggs, you know, to be falling off. A couple of them did. Now, what we have now is Miss Blanche has been doing great, even in this cold spell, really cold spell. She has been very dedicated to being very, very broody. She's a wonderful broody, y'all, when she goes broody. She hatches pretty, pretty babies. I moved her back here because it's flat, more protected. Her eggs wouldn't flip off. But I want you to look what's going on over here. Other girls are flopping over her as she's sitting here. They'll come up and they'll jump over her and they go and lay right there, all on my twine. This is just a mess, y'all. Just a plumb beautiful mess. Thank you, Miss Blanche. Let's go. Come on, girls. Get in there, girl. All right, good morning. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. A little bit later in the morning. Whew, catching my breath because I'm running back and forth because the goal is to unlock everything, get the cows moved. Obviously, I'm teasing them with food. And, I do that with James sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, look at this brownie. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing good this morning. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. It's good to have you here. So I'm having to move the cows all the way down to the next two fields, paddocks, whatever you want to call them, because the gentlemen are here. They're on their way to help us with putting up the metal on the barn. So we got the tear down done yesterday, and we got the what do you call those? The boards up. Y'all got these fancy names for all this stuff. I just say the boards you attach it to, you know. But they're picking up the metal right now, and we're going with the brown, and hopefully that'll be done today. I think that's going to go really quick, you know. Once you get everything organized, ordered, measured, blah, 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 ready to go. Metal, if you know what you're doing and you got a little bit of help, it can go pretty fast, at least in our experience. Now, if you've never done it and you're doing it for the first time or two, your sheds might look like mine, but that's okay. You know, we're not perfect around here. But anyway, so I've moved the cows. They were down there yesterday, and I've got their food down there. I'm about to go back and take the hay, come back and get the buckets of water, because while my hose and trough and all that what can stretch over that far all the way to the next field, it's like freezing. So I just tough it out with the buckets. One more day and I'll be all right. But I want to show you what we're doing. Oh, hey, girlfriend. Honey, Ginger has to be seen. Oh. Wait. Back it on up. I'm sinking. This is what I was talking about in my previous video when they come in to do their work, they are putting down some boards to walk on, because you just, especially if you're carrying something heavy, honey, you just gonna sink right in that, aren't you, Ginger? She just floats like a butterfly. Look at her. Over here is not as bad. These are rocks, obviously, up against the barn, and we've got a mix of different rocks all over this property. We have a ton of smooth river rock all over this farm. Anytime you see any bedding that I have, which is everywhere, made of this, we haven't had to purchase any of it. So very special ground here that we live on. But this is what we're looking like. Look what they nibble to bust through. We just put these up to get to the hay, because our hay loft is on the other side. We don't put hay up actually into the top of the barn. Oh, Ginger. Now down here we have one little piece of concrete. Did that work for you, honey? Look, you've got your own little window. How magical. See, they busted through that, and then they literally just stick their heads in there and pull. They're crafty. Animals are very crafty. When it gets to survival of the fittest, Fritz, are you going to show us about survival of the fittest? Animals will absolutely show you what hunger looks like. So my job in this has been coordinating everybody. Tearing down some, obviously, picking up a lot of debris, nails, twine, you know, all of these pieces fall off. Very easily you'll find screws or nails anywhere on this farm. This is why I tell people, I know a lot of people, especially in the late spring and summer, that when they get on their property, they like to walk around, you know, and be earthy and have nothing on their feet. You're just waiting to be lined up for a tetanus shot, okay? If you've never stepped on a nail, I did in 5th grade. And I'm telling you right now, I about came off the table when they were trying to fix the situation. I wear shoes. It takes one bad experience with certain things to go, I will never do that again. So I actually stepped on a nail and it went through my shoe at school. That's right. And when Mama took me to the pediatrician when I got off the school bus, she's like, what did you do? I said, I stepped on a nail. She's like, oh, I was a kid. I didn't know. And I'm surprised they sent me home. I don't know, did I tell my teacher? It was right before we got on the school bus, you know, playground time or whatever. I was out there beating up a boy or something on the playground. Yeah. And, true story. But anyway, I stepped on a nail and buddy, they carved that stuff on out of my foot. I cried like a baby. I'm sure I got a tetanus shot at that point or something. And I don't think I walked on my foot for about a week. So I'm just saying, if you don't want having to go to the doctor and have things cleaned out and get a bunch of shots these days and different things like that, because, you know, that's all the discussion these days, put some dadgum shoes on your feet and stop being silly. And because, I mean, if you're at the beach and you want to put your feet in the sand, or you know, I get it if you're in a little grassy area by your house and you're real cute. You get out in this mud and muck and gardens and all this, people have lived there before you. Believe it or not, you're not the first person to live on any ground that you're going to find. And you just never know what you're going to find or what you're going to step on. So I've said this many times on my channel, but I'm just saying, if you saw how many nails I picked up, or if you saw how much glass and nails and debris and old pieces of machinery and different things we find randomly just from time to time, especially after a good rain, we find artifacts and arrowheads, and actually they were spearheads. Here, wear some shoes. Love you. Ginger, that didn't work out. Honey, what are you doing? So what we're doing, actually, let me explain this. So not only, I hope this works out, y'all. I'm really, really praying on this. So the goal is to get the metal up. I know I'm gonna back up, but it's gonna put me in the sun and I won't be able to see. So we're gonna get the metal done. And then we are going to be attaching our gutters and all the things that go with that. Then down here, we're going to be placing somewhere in this vicinity. Look, they busted it and drank it. We got to dump this out and fill it up. But through here is going to be a concrete slab, and that big old tank is going to be down here, and we're going to level it with a concrete slab. They know what they're doing, fingers crossed. So that's one of our water tanks that we are adding to the farm. That will be rain catchment, obviously. Or, you know, if you want to put a hose in it, you sure could and fill it up. We certainly could. All of our water is well water, and it's fabulous, darling, fabulous. All right, Miss Ginger, we got to get to work and get everything done before everybody gets going, and it's warming up. You ready to go inside? Oh, well, she's already ahead of me. So I want to talk to you about a few things real quick this morning. I know you're getting ready for Christmas. I'm starting to bake today. I've got sausage balls made, making a turkey pie. I'll be making some pecan pie bars for James, total treat. And I'm gonna be making this little cute pretzel thing, I don't know, with white chocolate. So here's the deal. I'm coming, girls, they want their hay. So last night I sent James to the store to pick up a couple of things because he was like, "You want me to go to the store and get a couple of things?" I said, "Yeah," so I did laundry, whatever. You know, sexy couple stuff. And he went to the store and look what he sent me. Okay, I'm not gonna fall. I'm not gonna fall. If I fall and roll, y'all can laugh. Okay, girls, you ready? I'll get your waters. Girls, they don't care. Ginger, I did not do an impressive deal throwing the hay. I mean, you're even running away. Where are you going? Are you trying to get me to exercise with you? Okay. Trying not to fall. Trying to hold my phone. Trying not to step on the cat. Cows don't care. They don't. So anyway, so last night he went to Food Line, a local Food Line here, and you might want to check yours out because they're giving away all their Christmas trees. I've never seen that before. Doesn't mean it hasn't happened in the past. But they're literally giving away their Christmas trees. Now, I can tell you that that is not normal. I have specifically lived at this homestead for almost 4 years now. I'm from this area, so it's not like I don't know. You know, I'm just saying we've moved to this specific spot, you know, almost 4 years ago. It'll be March 3rd. And we will be here 4 years already. Can you believe that? It's crazy. But Christmas trees around here are not selling very well. And I know we've talked about that before. We've seen discussions about that before. And, you know, here's the thing. I'm not going to give names or anything, but a real sweet girl I know. I call her a girl. She's not a girl, young lady, young gal, that I know, and she's so sweet. Her dad lives in, I will say this much, lives in Texas. And apparently, I've known this since last year, it has a huge tree farm. Sells Christmas trees every year. It's like they've been, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've been doing it for like 30 or 40 years. They've been doing it a long time. So it's not like they just started up. So they've seen everything come and go for almost, you know, as long as many of you guys and myself too have been walking around acting like we know what we're doing in life. And she told me, she posted on Facebook with a group of friends and stuff the other day that this was the worst year they've ever seen. They expect next year to be worse. I want to say, don't quote me. I'm trying to remember exactly how. I want to paraphrase it correctly. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. But I think they ended up with like 400 trees not selling. Not 4, not 40, 400. So this is a tree farmer, okay? And this is someone who has, you know, has built part of their life and their family income and etc. on selling Christmas trees every year, and people aren't buying them. I mean, I know for a fact that he's even sold trees in Texas to at least one well-known kind of celebrity person. I've seen pictures of it, so I know it's totally legit, a beautiful thing. But they are expecting a really bad year, worse year we're going into. So here's the thing. So we've been talking about and keeping up with Christmas trees. I've only seen, like I told you, last week, I think, and even James agreed. He was like, "I think you're right. I've only seen one Christmas tree on one car." I mean, usually by now, people are definitely getting their real trees. You don't want to get them too early because they can dry out. But by December 20th, most people have their stuff. What I'm trying to get at is at this location and at others, usually by now, the Christmas tree lots are closed. I can tell you that for a fact. By this date, Christmas tree lots are usually closing up. They might have some wreaths or something, but they don't even have Christmas trees to even offer you anymore because they've already sold them all. We've got a scenario here, and I think it's a lot like you guys out there too. Tell me what you're seeing, where you can drive by Christmas tree lots and they're just lined up. The trees are just sitting there. The trees, in fact, some of them look like they were dying because nobody's buying them. There's a place down in Knoxville, somebody commented about this on my Instagram. There's a place called Mayo's. I don't even think they're open on Sundays. I really don't. They've been in business here, maybe in your area too, but there's 2 Mayo's here, and they've been open all of my life because my great-grandmother used to love to go there. That was a big treat. We'd load up in her little Subaru, her little tiny Subaru, and we'd go to Mayo's. And she loved flowers and gardening and everything. But they were open this past Sunday. We went shopping, or what did we do Sunday? I don't even remember, but we were on Kingston Pike in Knoxville, and I looked over and James said, "They're open." I said, "I wonder why." He said, "Man, look at all those Christmas trees nobody's buying." So here's my point. Number 1, pay attention to the signs around you about what's going on economically. We've talked about this and we will continue to talk about this. Number 2, you might score yourself a free Christmas tree at this point, or a really deep discounted one, maybe for $5 or $10. So go get you one. Let your kids enjoy something, okay, if you can do it. Even James, it was so cute because James sent me the picture and he called and he said, "Do you want me to get one?" I said, "No." I said, "No, it's okay. Somebody else will need it. I'm doing all right with our Tennessee tree." So, but guys, don't be in denial about what's going on, okay? So I wanted to mention that because when he sent it to me, and I gasped, because to me, that's something that, you know, you don't have to have a Christmas tree to celebrate Christmas. I get it. This is not about that. This is not about what you choose to celebrate. We all know that we are celebrating baby Jesus in that gold fleece diaper, baby. But the point is this is a tradition, and people can't afford it. So with that, what I want to express to you, which may be something that you haven't considered, maybe you haven't thought about, if you're listening to certain financial channels, or some of you guys out there are investors and bankers, and you know a lot more than I do, okay? I know the least of everybody, okay? I just try to go with what I feel is common sense in terms of being debt-free and preparing for the future, okay? And getting caught on a thorn at the same time. I don't cut those. I trim them back because we get all kinds of black caps around here. Really good black raspberries. So here's what we're dealing with, if I can get you out of the sun. We're dealing with the lag effect. Now, this isn't Fox business, and I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I can tell you that 2 years ago, when we were talking about inflation coming, when we were talking about economic decisions being made, when we were talking about all the things that we were seeing, and oh my gosh, they're on steroids now. You have to understand, here comes sister. I have to remember, and you have to remember, the lag effect. A lot of times when, say, the Fed does things, or banks do things, cut things, raise things, whatever, remember, you may not feel the effect that day or next month. It may be a year from now, 18 months from now, 2 years from now, okay? I think we are starting to really, really, really feel the pressure and the pain of that lag effect. And I think that it's going to continue on top of everything else that we're experiencing, okay? Some people, if let's say they lost their job today, and Lord knows people are, they may have a nest egg. They may be prepared, or they are able to hang in there for a couple of months. But if they don't get another job or find another way to have a source of income 6 months from now, they're going to be hurting desperately. Do you hear that? Okay, it's my turkey. I thought it was a turkey behind me. I'm sorry. Squirrel, turkey. I have to pay attention to what I mean. So this is what I want to really, really hard press to you. It's been very easy for people that you see, know, that you've sat at the dinner table with, friends on Facebook, whatever, to sit there and say, well, I haven't experienced this. I haven't seen this. They haven't seen it yet. They are starting to. We are starting to. So how do you break this down? What does this mean? You have to continue to prepare for the future. The things that I want to remind you of, and this is the worst thing for me to say 3 days before Christmas, okay? But I'm going to say it anyway. We're going to enjoy the Christmas. We're making the sausage balls. I've got the lights on the tree, you know. I've got who I need to get for in terms of my Christmas presents, and I'm squaring things away, just like you are right now. Enjoy it. But remember that January is coming. Now, you're going to see a lot of people after Christmas, in my personal opinion, just like we do every year. They're going to go hog wild again with their gift cards and potentially their credit cards, because they're going to want, you know, they're going to say, okay, there's something that I want and it's $200 and I've got a $100 gift card. Well, I'll put that $100 gift cards towards that, and I'll just put the rest on my credit card. Well, if you do that, I hope it's food. I mean, at least if you're going to put yourself in debt, which I don't encourage. In fact, I am the opposite. I totally discourage having debt as much as possible. But at least you can eat. We need to really focus on reminding people, if you have, you know, your son or your cousin or your best friend, I don't know. Please remind them to keep money aside so that they can make their house payment or rent. Okay? Food and water and preps are very important, and all medications and all these things that we need. But if you can't lay your head down on a pillow somewhere decent, the rest is secondary, frankly. Please, if you get any windfall for Christmas, if you have an opportunity to get some gift cards, I want to stress this again. Please do the best you can to make it count towards rent, food, basic, the things you know you need, okay? We don't have, you know what you need versus what you don't need, okay? There's wants and there's needs. Because I think the lag effect is going to slap us in the mud by the end of January. You're going to see this hangover through the first of the new year of people spending that money and those gift cards. But what I fear is when that runs out, then what? And then I fear, you know, and I know you don't like, I worry for people in the sense that I don't think they're thinking about the job losses that we could be seeing by, say, the end of January into February. I pray that it doesn't happen. I don't want it to happen. I don't want people suffering. But I'm telling you, it could be bloody hell. Because see, all of these companies, and a lot of you know this, I'm probably a mess right now. Everybody right now is finishing the year and they are counting what they're getting through Christmas. I mean, who wants to lay people off right at Christmas? People do it. Businesses do it. They're doing it. But that's horrible. And being laid off is horrible all in itself, regardless of any time. But I'm just saying, I would be in the back of my mind right now. My cats are running everywhere. Look at I would be preparing for some really, really hard slaps coming in a month from now. And what are people going to do? So do you have someone in your life that's close to you that you know could be in that boat? Is there something, a little something you can set aside? Just a thought, in case that happens for them, that you can help them out just a little bit. And again, I always say this, when you give something to someone, don't expect anything in return. Don't expect the money back. Don't expect the gift card back. Don't expect the jars of soup back. Just give it, okay? This is what we should do here in this community, and what I know a lot of us are doing is that not only are we preparing for ourselves, but we know we have close family and friends that we love, and we don't want them suffering, and we have to prepare to try to help them out. Now, I agree, you can only go so far and do so much, and something, but here, like I said, something is better than nothing, and that's the spirit that we need to have. And you're going to feel good about yourself for knowing that you're trying and that you've been able to help somebody in a tough time. But the first point in all of this is understanding that this is very likely coming. I hope this video finds you well. I have a lot of questions about showing some videos and whatnot about milking my goats. I know that sun blasts y'all, I'm sorry. I'll see if I can set that up. A lot of times when when I'm in the afternoons, I'm trying to get dinner going or we got something to do and I gotta go milk, I'm just zippity-doo-dah. And sometimes I just don't film. I just want to get my job done, especially when it's below freezing or there's a ton of work going on the farm, and there certainly is. And I just want to tell you right now, and I'm going to be saying this over the next few videos, I hope you have a very healthy, blessed, and Merry Christmas. Make the best of it. Enjoy it. Okay? Don't go crazy blowing all of your money. Don't do that. Why? I mean, if you want to buy something small and special for someone, a really nice flannel shirt or something that somebody needs, that's great. But be preparing for 2024. Make the pecan bars. Make the sausage balls. Get out the Scrabble. Play a family game. Get the whole family involved. Enjoy the holiday. Don't stress about the gifts, the money, the cleaning. Oh, Lord. Okay. We always stress about that the most. I do. But make the best of it. Because, guys, you're going to need those memories, and your children need to see it. And it's game on. Okay? Game on. I love you. I'm cold. I gotta go get my gloves and my jacket on. I'm gonna finish the barn, and we're gonna get this barn done. It's gonna look pretty. It's gonna look beautiful. I love you all. Have a very Merry Christmas. More videos coming your way, okay? If this is the last video you see of me, I've told you Merry Christmas like 17 times. Merry Christmas. God bless. Godspeed. And we will see you, baby dolls, on the next video. Sister!